All right, where's TK today?
Where are we?
We are at the top of the Apache Trail in Arizona, but today is week 6. That's week 8, I have to wait for that. Week 6, boy, that was a big week. 3 mechanical issues for the first time. We actually had some significant mechanical problems. The bottom of the Grand Canyon, the only road accessible to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Walnut Canyon National Monument. Sunset Crater National Monument. Oatman Petrified National Park.
Winslow, Arizona.
Winslow, Arizona. Hey, beautiful people. I wanted to apologize for the audio quality this week. We normally have remote microphones and we used them this time, but it didn't work. We do a far off field of view so that way we can zoom in, zoom out, and you guys can kind of see where we are. Unfortunately, this time it was picking up all of the audio from the road next to us, the bikes, the cars, all the fun stuff. So please bear with us on this week. We'll get it right next week. Happy trails. Sunday, we left our pipeline overlook and we dropped down into Oatman to take a look to see what was going on.
Anybody want to send one to the kids or something?
I can't think of anybody.
The kids, maybe the boys or the girls for that matter, would enjoy a letter from Grandpa and a special stamp and cancellation.
That road is super treacherous. There were numerous cars that Karen spotted out as we were driving down there. There was this car here. Let's see if you guys can figure out what kind of car it is. Karen may have been right. I noticed a little emblem on the back. I don't know if somebody rear-ended the shit out of it, or that's what happened as it came down. But somebody pulled the rear axle. Axhole. What an axhole. Yeah, look at the suspension. Got 2 tie points. Ow! Stupid tree. One right there for the subframe. And 2 right there. Yeah, this is a... In Oatman, we walked down Main Street and was just kind of taking it all in. A lot of donkeys, a lot of history, a lot of salt of the earth kind of people that were very friendly down there. If you have the opportunity to go, check it out. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a fun little weekend trip if you're not too far away.
Yeah.
The burros are federally protected, so don't mess with them. But I did Google for the heck of it how many incidences of the burros harming people, and they don't check those things. they just kind of move on from that. On the sign they do say they are wild and they will bite and they will kick. Oh,
so
100%.
Be on guard. We did go to the Oatman ice cream parlor, bar,
hotel,
restaurant, and hotel. All 4 of those encompassed in 2 buildings that were connected.
It's crazy. It looked like you were walking into a cave with just the walls covered and the stalactites coming down.
And dark, dark
Yeah.
like all good bars and restaurants should be. The waitress was very fun when we asked her about Wi-Fi.
We don't have a Wi-Fi.
No, welcome to Oatman. Talk to the man next to you. And he should be talking to you. We're from that era now. Come on.
I hear ya.
We're just trying to find routes. We're not from...
Once you get out of here, you will.
If we're going to Kingman, would you go over the pass or around?
This is faster, but you're going slower, but it's faster, and it's a sight you don't want to not see.
This was also where we did our dollar bills. I said, that's a pretty big 4x4 post there. They're all like, it started off as a 1x1. Those are all dollar bills. Our next stop after we left Oatman was kind of one of these spur of the moments. We were trying to figure out if we really even wanted to do it. It was a long 22-mile dirt road that everybody complained about. We decided, just take a look.
We're here.
We're run by it, we're here. You have to go to the Tribal Fish and Game. Do you remember how they pronunciate the
tribe?
Yes.
Oh, Wallapai.
Wallapai. So the Wallapai Tribe Fish and Game was in
Peach Springs.
Peach Springs. Never found a peach, but there was Peach Springs. It was an old, ran down. Decided to head on down. There was little stickers on the wall that said, or stickers on the thing that said, Ranger by the creek, head on down that way. So we worked our way down there. About halfway down, we met the ranger coming up and talked to her. And that was the most expensive campground we've ever done. It was $22 per person per night. We stayed there 2 nights, and so that was $88 for us to camp 2 nights. in that spot.
Still glad we did it. It was lovely.
It was the most amazing place we have seen so far. If you can imagine being in the bottom of the Grand Canyon, except driving, you didn't have to walk, you didn't have to hike. You had all these amazing views and walls and everything surrounding you.
Met a lovely couple down there as well. We chatted with them and they gave us a ton of recommendations for Arizona, but not in the direction we're going.
Yeah.
So it was Brianna and Chris, and we will definitely take you up on those recommendations, but maybe on the way back, because it's just too far north to go for this particular trip.
So after we paid our dues and we started the truck back up, the alternator light came on. Basically, 3-hour round trip, $300 and 10 minutes in the parking lot, and we were back with a new alternator. So if you have the opportunity to go down Diamond Creek, Wallapai Reservation, it's the only road that gets you down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon, right next to the Colorado River. Do it. It is one of the most spectacular places we've seen. After we left there, we went to go see Walnut Canyon National Monument. This is a place where they have cliff dwellings.
Right. It was snowing. The snow added some nice texture on the trees and the rocks, etc. The cliff dwellings were cool. We got close to some of them. We're able to go inside of a few ones as well. And yeah, it's an amazing bit of history that so many people in such a small little space. And yeah, it's amazing that we still have pieces of that sort of past that we can piece together, which is awesome.
Yeah, and the snow, I mean, it would have been mediocre. It would have been okay type of thing, but the snow put such a better depth to it. It really added texture and feeling to the whole canyon. Yeah. And it was all by ourselves. I think there's one other person we saw. Yep.
And I talked to him for a second. They'd already done it, and he popped back down with his camera to take some pictures once the snow started, and then he went back up again. Oh my God, what is with the flies?
I don't know.
We stink.
Yeah, apparently. Oh, I know I do. That night we stayed at Road 776. So if you ever have the opportunity to look up Road 776.
The famous Road 776.
Road 776. It was an OHV area. And the sign said closed, and we're like, yeah, I'm too tired to figure it out. We'll either get kicked out or we'll wake up in the morning. Very peaceful.
Yeah, well, nobody else there. It was closed.
The next morning we woke up and we went to Sunset Crater. National Monument.
Another national monument.
Yeah.
I've got to look up the difference between national park and national monument, but that's an aside for me.
After we left there, we went to Petrified National Park. This is a national park that neither one of us have ever been to. And honestly, I didn't think we were going to find much interesting there.
I thought it was one of the coolest places I've been in quite some time. I fell in love with rocks and the history of how the environment carves out those rocks and the different levels and the colors, and yeah, I thought it was fascinating.
Yeah, they're all polished. Here's our first piece of petrified wood. Looks like wood.
Tastes like wood.
Tastes like wood.
Oh, sounds like stone though, right?
It is stone, yeah, because it's
petrified.
It's petrified. Yeah, it's amazing how the process of a tree, that whole entire area was a forest before the continents shifted, and it was in line with Peru, was it? It was in line with a very moist forest, jungle-like area south of the border. When the continents split and that moved over, all those trees died and fell. After they fell, they were covered with sediment and ash and all sorts of stuff from the volcanic era. Don't quote me on any of this. From that point, they all got sediment filled in the rotting parts of the wood and turned the wood into a
stone, basically.
Yeah, basically to stone. I mean, it's super hard. It's very interesting looking, and the colors are so vivid.
Yeah, the petrified forests were so cool. Some of them looked a little older than others. Some you could see they were trees, and some you couldn't even tell they weren't rocks. And the colors were just amazing. They're yellow right in the middle, and the reds on the outside. It was beautiful.
Yeah, and it really was something interesting. Don't get turned off by that. And amazing layers of stratus don't know if that's what they call it, where the different layers and different times that the oxidation of the iron would create a red line, and then where it was underwater, where the iron was underwater, it would create a blue line, and then another red line, and just all of these colors and these layers, and they're so vivid. And
It's crazy. I'm in love with rocks now.
yeah, she's a rock jock. So yeah, if you have the opportunity to go, we ended up staying. We got there late, about noon, which is a little later than we'd like to do. Ran through the Painted Desert, and then we headed down and we found a free camping spot that was right outside of Crystal Palace, right?
Yeah, it was the Crystal Museum and gift shop. So the museum was on one side where the free camping was, and then the Crystal gift shop was on the other side of the street, where they charged you some money. I think it was like $25 or something like that, and they gave you electric.
Amazing sunset. Sunset was
was
the moonrise.
Yeah, it was a full moon and some sort of crazy harvest blue wolf.
I don't know. Two of the hikes that we did that day after we got up from the Crystal Palace were the Blue Mesa and the Billings Overlook. These are two hikes that are a little more difficult and not really on the map. Like, a lot of people don't see it. The Blue Mesa one is, but the Billings Overlook, Billings Crossing, was just phenomenal. You're walking along this cliff and overlooking these hoodoos that are feet apart that you have to jump across, and then you're hundreds of feet above the floor of the desert, and it's just
My favorite.
someday this will fall. Hopefully today's not the day. It was a lot of fun. It was
a good find. We did the Blue Mesa because that was on the trail, and then Tom found the crossing. I can't remember the name of it. Billings Crossing. And it was, I think most people would miss it as well because it's a one-way loop, and you have to backtrack to go to Billings if you didn't find it the first time. And I assume a pile of people just go, well, I'm not going to go all the way around just to go back there. So we walked over. It was awesome.
Yeah, phenomenal. All in all, if you can do that national park, spend some time. 2 days is enough. 2 days is plenty to hit every trail. Mm-hmm. And you free camping, that seems safe and good right at the, what was that, 88? Was that highway?
Oh goodness, you're testing me.
40 was through the middle of the park, and then this is the bottom of the park.
Yeah.
That was, anyway, that's where it was.
It was literally at the exit on the north-hand side because we walked over to the sign of the entrance to the park as well.
Yeah, south side, I think.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
the
right.
bottom,
So.
yeah.
Sorry, I was upside down again. Stop standing on my head.
We did take a cool picture of a crow. I love crows and ravens, and they're very personable animals, it seems like. And
they're very smart.
If I was to have a bird, it would be a raven.
I will put that in the memory bank because I will have all the animals, any animal. If you suggest you want an animal, we will get that animal.
Fair enough. We left there and we headed to Winslow.
Winslow, Arizona.
Winslow, Arizona, as the song says. We stayed at the Homolivy State Park. We stayed 2 nights there. We were gonna just do one night. We did have to pull the camper off of the truck. I'm still working on the diesel heater issues. Got some problems, and so I did pull the camper off the truck to get the diesel heater replumbed, put the pump closer to the tank, make it a pusher pump and not a puller pump. I don't know.
Looked very difficult. I ate some Skittles and stayed on the picnic bench out of the way.
That morning, we went to Winslow. Winslow is famous for the song, and that's about it. The hotel.
Yeah.
Remember the name of the hotel?
La Posada, I believe.
La Posada. That is one of the most beautiful renovated hotels I've ever seen. Just so many beautiful pictures. An artist, I forgot her name, Lloyd?
Tim Mion, I believe. I don't know. Tina. Oh yeah, you're right. Tina Mion. I don't know about the pronunciation of the last name.
Yeah, she bought the hotel and renovated it and has all of her paintings up, and she's quite a phenomenal artist.
It was interesting.
Karen got a little print for when we get home. But it was a train stop, hotel, combination place, and just beautiful. I would have loved to stay and just sit in those rooms. But the amount of history and the amount of culture and art in them, it was quite amazing. So that was our week 6 traveling through Arizona.
I don't think we're ever going to leave Arizona, to be honest.
It's unreasonable to only spend 2 weeks here in Arizona and try to get everything out of it. So
yep.
But if you guys have any clues, any hints, any sort of things that will help us along, let us know.
We'd love to hear them all.
Yep. Otherwise, hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps us out. We're trying to get to 1 million subscribers.
We're almost there.
So anyway, thanks for watching. Happy trails.
See you out there.